You've been peeing away your kidney function and you don't even know it. Hidden in your daily bathroom visits is a silent warning sign that 90% of people completely miss until it's too late and dialysis becomes their only option. Maria thought the foam in her toilet bowl was just from the cleaning products. At 42, she was healthy, active, ran marathons. But that persistent foam, it was her kidneys screaming for help, leaking vital proteins that should have stayed in her bloodstream. By the time her doctor caught it, her kidney function had already dropped by 30%. Proteinuria, protein in your urine, is your kidney's distress signal. When these fist-sized organs can't properly filter your blood, essential proteins like albumin start escaping into your urine instead of staying where they belong. This isn't just a lab number to ignore. It's a red flag warning of impending kidney failure. But here's what Maria's doctors didn't tell her initially. A simple vitamin that costs pennies per day might be the key to reversing this damage. Recent breakthrough research has identified how this sunshine vitamin doesn't just prevent further protein leakage, it can actually help repair damaged kidney tissue and restore normal filtering function. Your kidneys are architectural marvels of biological engineering. Each kidney contains over 1 million microscopic filtering units called nephrons, working around the clock to clean your blood. Within each nephron sits a glomerulus, a tiny cluster of blood vessels so delicate they make spider webs look crude by comparison. These glomeruli act like biological sieves, allowing waste products and excess water to pass through while retaining essential proteins, blood cells, and nutrients. When this intricate system works perfectly, your urine contains virtually no protein. But when damage occurs, whether from diabetes, high blood pressure, infections, or other causes, these microscopic barriers begin breaking down. Proteins that should remain in your bloodstream start leaking through damaged filters, creating the foamy urine that most people dismiss as unimportant. The scary part? Early proteinuria has virtually no symptoms, no pain, no obvious changes, no dramatic warning signs. You might notice slightly foamy urine occasionally, but most people dismiss this completely. Meanwhile, those leaked proteins signal progressive kidney damage that compounds daily. Think of your kidneys like a high-tech water filtration system. When the filter is functioning properly, it removes impurities while keeping essential minerals. But when the filter becomes damaged, it starts letting through particles it should block, while potentially blocking things it should allow to pass. What causes this protein leakage? The biggest culprits are diabetes and high blood pressure, conditions affecting over 100 million Americans combined. Uncontrolled blood sugar acts like liquid sandpaper, gradually abrading the delicate kidney filtering system until proteins can slip through damaged barriers. High blood pressure creates excessive force that literally pushes proteins through membranes designed to contain them. Diabetes creates particularly insidious kidney damage called diabetic nephropathy. High glucose levels cause the kidney's filtering units to thicken and scar over time. Initially, this makes them more permeable to proteins. Eventually, the scarring becomes so extensive that kidneys lose their ability to filter anything effectively, leading to complete kidney failure requiring dialysis or transplant. But diabetes and hypertension aren't the only villains. Autoimmune diseases, like lupus, can cause the immune system to attack kidneys directly, creating inflammation that damages glomerular barriers. Certain infections, particularly streptococcal infections, can trigger immune responses that mistakenly target kidney tissue. Even some medications contribute to proteinuria. Nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, when used regularly over long periods, can reduce blood flow to kidneys and damage filtering apparatus. Some chemotherapy drugs, certain antibiotics, and even high doses of vitamin C can potentially harm kidney function. The consequences of ignoring proteinuria extend far beyond the kidneys themselves. When proteins leak into urine, blood protein levels drop, disrupting the delicate balance that keeps fluid in blood vessels rather than in tissues. This leads to edema, swelling in legs, ankles, hands, and face that can become increasingly severe over time. Lost proteins must be replaced, forcing your liver to work overtime, producing new albumin and other essential proteins. This increased metabolic demand can stress your liver and alter normal protein metabolism, potentially affecting wound healing, immune function, and muscle maintenance. Perhaps most dangerously, proteinuria significantly increases cardiovascular disease risk. People with even mild proteinuria have double the risk of heart attack and stroke compared to those with normal kidney function. The reasons include increased inflammation, altered blood lipid levels, and the strain of managing fluid balance with compromised kidneys. Enter vitamin D, not just the bone health vitamin you learned about in school, but a powerful kidney protector that works at the cellular level to stop protein leakage and reverse damage. This isn't theoretical, it's backed by clinical trials showing dramatic improvements in patients who seemed headed for dialysis. Vitamin D's discovery as a kidney protector came from an unexpected observation. Researchers noticed that kidney disease patients in sunny climates often had slower disease progression than those in northern latitudes. This led to investigations into vitamin D's role beyond bone health, revealing its profound effects on kidney function. The mechanism through which vitamin D protects kidneys is sophisticated and multi-layered. At its core, vitamin D targets the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, the master controller of blood pressure and fluid balance throughout your body. When this system becomes overactive, as it often does in kidney disease, it creates a perfect storm of kidney-damaging effects. Renin is an enzyme produced by specialized cells in your kidneys when they detect low blood pressure, low blood volume, or low sodium levels. Under normal circumstances, renin helps maintain proper blood pressure and fluid balance. But in kidney disease, damaged kidneys often produce excess renin, triggering a cascade of harmful effects. When renin is released, it converts angiotensinogen into angiotensin I, which is then converted to angiotensin II. Angiotensin II is a potent vasoconstrictor that narrows blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and stimulates aldosterone release, a hormone that causes kidneys to retain sodium and water. This system, while essential for survival, becomes destructive when overactivated. The elevated blood pressure puts mechanical stress on delicate kidney filtering units, while angiotensin II directly promotes inflammation and fibrosis in kidney tissue. Aldosterone causes additional kidney damage through oxidative stress and inflammatory pathways. Vitamin D naturally suppresses excess renin production, breaking this destructive cycle at its source. By reducing renin levels, vitamin D helps lower blood pressure, decreases inflammation, and reduces the mechanical and chemical stresses that drive progressive kidney damage. But vitamin D's kidney protection extends far beyond renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system modulation. This remarkable nutrient possesses powerful anti-inflammatory properties that directly combat chronic inflammation driving kidney disease progression. Unlike conventional anti-inflammatory drugs, which can actually worsen kidney function in some patients, vitamin D provides inflammation control without harmful side effects. Chronic inflammation is both a cause and consequence of kidney disease. Inflammatory molecules called cytokines damage kidney cells directly while promoting scar tissue formation that replaces normal kidney structure. This creates a vicious cycle where inflammation causes damage which triggers more inflammation, leading to progressive kidney failure. Vitamin D interrupts this cycle by modulating the immune system's inflammatory response. It reduces production of pro-inflammatory cytokines like tumor necrosis, factor alpha, and interleukin-6, while promoting anti-inflammatory molecules that help resolve existing inflammation and prevent further damage. Perhaps most remarkably, vitamin D demonstrates anti-fibrotic effects. It can actually reverse kidney scarring that was once considered permanent damage. Fibrosis, the thickening and hardening of kidney tissue with scar-like material, represents the kidney's misguided attempt to heal from chronic injury. While initially protective, excessive fibrosis destroys normal kidney architecture and function. Vitamin D appears to regulate cellular pathways involved in fibrosis formation. It can reduce the activity of fibroblasts, cells that produce scar tissue, while promoting the breakdown of existing fibrous material. This dual action allows damaged kidneys to replace scar tissue with more functional tissue, actually improving kidney function even in advanced disease. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases followed 168 patients with chronic kidney disease for 2 years. Half received vitamin D supplementation, while the other half received standard care without vitamin D. The results were striking. Patients in the vitamin D group showed a 42% reduction in proteinuria compared to just 3% in the control group. Even more impressive, the vitamin D group maintained stable kidney function while the control group experienced the expected decline in kidney function over the 2-year period. Some patients in the vitamin D group actually showed improved kidney function, something that was previously thought impossible in established kidney disease. Another groundbreaking study focused specifically on diabetic patients with kidney damage. Published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, this study randomized 281 diabetic patients with proteinuria to receive either vitamin D supplementation or placebo for 48 weeks. The vitamin D group not only had significantly reduced proteinuria, but also better blood pressure control, reduced cardiovascular events, and slower progression of kidney disease. Perhaps most importantly, the benefits persisted even after accounting for other treatments the patients were receiving, suggesting that vitamin D provided additional protection beyond standard medical care. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, the lead researcher, explained the implications. What we're seeing isn't just statistical improvement in lab values. These patients are experiencing clinically meaningful benefits: less swelling, better blood pressure control, reduced need for additional medications, and most importantly, preservation of kidney function that allows them to maintain their quality of life. A meta-analysis published in Kidney International reviewed 26 separate studies involving over 3,000 patients with various forms of kidney disease. The analysis found that vitamin D supplementation consistently reduced proteinuria across different patient populations, with the greatest benefits seen in patients who started with the lowest vitamin D levels. The analysis also revealed that patients who achieved vitamin D blood levels above 30 Schwangwi ml showed the most significant improvements in proteinuria and kidney function. Benefits typically became apparent after 3 to 6 months of consistent supplementation, with continued improvement for up to 2 years in some studies. The challenge is that vitamin D deficiency has become epidemic in modern society. Unlike other vitamins that we obtain primarily through diet, vitamin D is synthesized in your skin when exposed to ultraviolet B radiation from sunlight. This unique mechanism made perfect sense for our ancestors who spent most of their time outdoors, but creates problems for modern indoor lifestyles. Geographic location plays a crucial role in vitamin D production. People living north of approximately 37 degrees latitude cannot produce adequate vitamin D from sunlight during winter months, regardless of how much time they spend outdoors. The sun's angle is too low for sufficient radiation to penetrate the atmosphere. But even in sunny locations, modern lifestyle factors limit vitamin D production. Office workers may spend 90% or more of their waking hours indoors. When we do go outside, sunscreen use can reduce vitamin D synthesis by 95% or more. Clothing, window glass, air pollution, and age-related changes in skin all reduce our ability to produce this crucial nutrient. Skin pigmentation also affects vitamin D production. Melanin provides natural sun protection, but also reduces vitamin D synthesis. People with darker skin may need 3 to 6 times more sun exposure than those with fair skin to produce the same amount of vitamin D. Age compounds these challenges. As we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D, while our kidneys become less effective at converting it to its active form. Older adults also tend to spend more time indoors and may have dietary restrictions that limit vitamin D intake from food sources. The richest natural food sources of vitamin D are relatively limited but highly concentrated. Fatty fish represent the best dietary sources, with wild-caught salmon providing approximately 360-700 IU per 3.5-ounce serving, depending on the species and preparation method. Mackerel offers even higher levels, with some varieties providing over 1,000 IU per serving. Sardines pack a significant vitamin D punch with about 270 IU per 3.5-ounce serving, along with beneficial omega-3 fatty acids and minimal mercury contamination. Herring, anchovies, and trout also provide substantial amounts, making them excellent choices for people seeking to increase vitamin D intake through whole foods. Fish liver oils represent the most concentrated natural sources available. Cod liver oil provides approximately 1,360 IU per tablespoon, enough to meet or exceed daily requirements with a single serving. However, cod liver oil is also high in vitamin A, which can become toxic in large amounts, so dosing must be carefully managed. Egg yolks from pasture-raised chickens offer another valuable source, particularly when the chickens have access to sunlight and are fed vitamin D-enriched diets. Conventional egg yolks contain about 20 IU per yolk, while pasture-raised eggs may contain 3 to 4 times this amount. Many countries have implemented food fortification programs to help address widespread vitamin D deficiency. In the United States, milk has been fortified with vitamin D since the 1930s, providing about 120 IU per 8-ounce serving. Many plant-based milk alternatives, including soy milk, almond milk, and oat milk, are also fortified with similar amounts. Orange juice fortification has become increasingly common, with some brands providing 100-140 IU per 8-ounce serving. Breakfast cereals are frequently fortified as well, though amounts vary widely between brands and products. Certain mushroom varieties can provide vitamin D, particularly when exposed to UV light during growing or processing. UV-treated portobello mushrooms can contain 375 IU per cup, while UV-treated Maytake mushrooms may provide over 1,100 IU per cup. However, mushrooms produce vitamin D2 rather than vitamin D3, and D2 appears to be less effective at raising blood levels. For many people, especially those with kidney disease risk factors or existing proteinuria, food sources alone cannot provide adequate vitamin D for optimal kidney protection. This makes supplementation not just helpful, but often necessary for achieving therapeutic blood levels. Quality and form matter tremendously with vitamin D supplements. Vitamin D3 is consistently more effective than vitamin D2 at raising and maintaining blood levels of vitamin D. D3 is also longer lasting in the body, requiring less frequent dosing to maintain steady levels. The supplement industry offers vitamin D3 in various forms, including capsules, tablets, liquid drops, and gummies. Liquid forms may offer slightly better absorption, particularly for people with digestive issues, but well-made capsules and tablets are generally effective for most individuals. Dosing for kidney protection often requires higher amounts than basic recommendations for bone health. Many kidney specialists start patients with proteinuria on 1,000-2,000 IU daily, adjusting based on blood levels and clinical response. Some patients may require 3,000-4,000 IU daily to achieve optimal levels, particularly if they start with severe deficiency. Timing can enhance absorption and effectiveness. Since vitamin D is fat-soluble, taking it with a meal containing healthy fats can improve absorption by 30–50%. Some people find that taking vitamin D in the morning helps avoid any potential sleep disruption, though this effect is individual and not universal. The key to safe and effective vitamin D supplementation is regular monitoring of blood levels. The most commonly used test measures 25-hydroxyvitamin D, which reflects your body's vitamin D stores and provides the best indication of overall vitamin D status. Optimal levels for kidney protection appear to be higher than minimum levels needed to prevent deficiency diseases. While levels above 20 ml are considered sufficient for bone health, many kidney specialists target levels of 30–50 ml for patients with proteinuria or kidney disease. However, more isn't always better with vitamin D. Because it's fat-soluble, vitamin D can accumulate in body tissues and reach toxic levels with excessive supplementation. Vitamin D toxicity, while rare, can cause serious problems including nausea, vomiting, weakness, and ironically, kidney damage. The upper safe limit for vitamin D intake is generally considered to be 4,000 IU daily for healthy adults, though some people may tolerate higher amounts under medical supervision. Toxicity typically doesn't occur unless people take extremely high doses for extended periods, but individual sensitivity varies. While vitamin D provides powerful kidney protection, it works most effectively as part of a comprehensive approach that addresses all factors contributing to kidney damage. This means treating underlying conditions, making dietary modifications, and adopting lifestyle practices that support kidney health. Blood pressure control represents one of the most critical aspects of kidney protection. Even with optimal vitamin D levels, uncontrolled hypertension will continue damaging kidneys through mechanical stress and inflammatory pathways. The target blood pressure for most people with kidney disease is below 130/80 mmHg. Achieving optimal blood pressure often requires a multifaceted approach. Dietary sodium reduction is fundamental. Most Americans consume 3,000–4,000 cl of sodium daily, but people with kidney disease should aim for less than 2,000 cl daily and preferably closer to 500 milliliters for optimal protection. The DASH diet has been extensively studied and proven effective for blood pressure reduction. This eating pattern emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and low-fat dairy, while limiting processed foods, red meat, and added sugars. Studies show the DASH diet can reduce systolic blood pressure by 814 mmHg, equivalent to many blood pressure medications. For people with diabetes, blood sugar control becomes equally important. Hemoglobin A1C levels should be below 7% for most adults with diabetes. Achieving this level of control requires consistent blood glucose monitoring, appropriate medication management, and lifestyle modifications that support stable glucose levels. Dietary protein requires careful balance for people with kidney disease or proteinuria. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass, supporting immune function, and providing building blocks for tissue repair. However, when kidneys are damaged, excessive protein intake can increase the workload on remaining functional nephrons and may accelerate disease progression. The optimal protein intake for people with kidney disease depends on the stage of disease, presence of proteinuria, and individual factors like age and activity level. For people with early-stage kidney disease, protein intake of 0.8–1.0 grams per kilogram of body weight daily is generally recommended. Quality matters as much as quantity when it comes to protein selection. High-quality proteins that contain all essential amino acids in optimal proportions create less metabolic waste than lower-quality proteins. Fish, poultry, eggs, and dairy products are examples of high-quality proteins. Plant proteins may actually offer advantages for people with kidney disease. Studies suggest that replacing some animal protein with plant protein can reduce proteinuria and slow kidney disease progression. Soy protein, in particular, has been shown to have beneficial effects on kidney function in some studies. Proper hydration plays a crucial role in kidney health, but the optimal amount of fluid intake varies significantly based on kidney function, medication use, and individual health status. For people with normal kidney function, adequate hydration helps kidneys eliminate waste products and may reduce the risk of kidney stone formation. The best indicator of adequate hydration for people with normal kidney function is urine color. Pale yellow typically indicates good hydration, while dark yellow suggests dehydration. However, people taking certain medications or supplements may have altered urine color that doesn't accurately reflect hydration status. Certain foods provide specific compounds that support kidney health beyond basic nutrition. Berries, particularly blueberries, cranberries, and strawberries, contain anthocyanins and other antioxidants that reduce inflammation and may help protect kidney tissue from oxidative damage. Apples provide fiber, vitamin C, and various antioxidants while being relatively low in potassium, making them suitable for people with advanced kidney disease who need to limit potassium intake. The fiber in apples can also help manage blood sugar levels in people with diabetes. Fish, particularly fatty fish, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, provides high-quality protein with anti-inflammatory properties. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring offer the dual benefits of protein and omega-3s, while also being excellent sources of vitamin D. Regular physical activity provides multiple benefits for kidney health through improved cardiovascular function, better blood pressure control, enhanced insulin sensitivity, and reduced inflammation. The kidneys receive approximately 20% of the heart's output, so cardiovascular fitness directly impacts kidney health. Exercise helps control blood pressure through several mechanisms. Regular aerobic activity strengthens the heart, allowing it to pump more efficiently with less effort. Exercise also improves blood vessel function, helping arteries relax and contract more effectively. The current recommendation is for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week, plus muscle strengthening activities at least twice weekly. However, people with kidney disease should consult their healthcare providers before starting new exercise programs. Chronic stress can contribute to kidney damage through multiple pathways, making stress management an important component of comprehensive kidney protection. Stress activates the sympathetic nervous system and triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These stress responses can elevate blood pressure, increase inflammation, and promote behaviors that are harmful to kidney health, such as poor dietary choices, inadequate sleep, and reduced physical activity. Effective stress management techniques can help mitigate these harmful effects. Meditation, even just 10-20 minutes daily, has been shown to reduce blood pressure and inflammatory markers. Deep breathing exercises can be practiced anywhere and provide immediate stress relief while helping to lower blood pressure. Maria's story illustrates how multiple interventions work together synergistically. After discovering her proteinuria, she didn't just add vitamin D supplementation, she transformed her entire approach to health. Maria started with vitamin D3 supplementation at 2,000 IU daily, which brought her blood levels from a deficient 18 ml to an optimal 42 ml within 4 months. But she also made significant dietary changes, reducing her sodium intake from over 3,000 daily to less than 1/800 by cooking more meals at home and reading food labels carefully. She incorporated more kidney protective foods into her diet, adding berries to her breakfast, including fish in her meals twice weekly, and switching to olive oil for cooking. She reduced her protein intake slightly, focusing on high-quality sources and spreading consumption throughout the day. Exercise became a priority, with Maria adding 3 45-minute walks per week to her running routine, providing consistent moderate-intensity activity that supported her blood pressure control without overstressing her already compromised kidneys. Stress management proved crucial for Maria, as she realized that her high-pressure job was contributing to her elevated blood pressure. She started a daily 15-minute meditation practice and joined a support group for people with kidney disease. The results were remarkable. After 6 months, Maria's proteinuria had decreased by 60%, from 180 milligrams a day to 72 a day. Her blood pressure dropped from 145/92 to 128/78. Most importantly, her estimated glomerular filtration rate improved from 68 to 74, min 1.73 ms. Actual improvement rather than the continued decline her doctors had expected. 2 years later, Maria's kidney function has remained stable. Her proteinuria has continued to decrease, and she has avoided the progression to advanced kidney disease that once seemed inevitable. Her comprehensive approach, anchored by vitamin D optimization, but encompassing all aspects of kidney health, transformed her prognosis completely. The evidence is clear. Vitamin D deficiency contributes to kidney damage and progression of proteinuria, while optimization of vitamin D levels can slow or even reverse these processes. But vitamin D works best as part of a comprehensive strategy that addresses all modifiable risk factors for kidney disease. Start with vitamin D assessment and optimization. Get your 25-hydroxyvitamin D level tested. This simple blood test provides crucial information about your kidney protection status. If your level is below 30 ng/ml, begin supplementation with vitamin D3, typically starting with 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily. Address underlying conditions aggressively. If you have diabetes, work with your healthcare team to achieve excellent blood sugar control with an A1C below 7%. If you have high blood pressure, make blood pressure control a priority through whatever combination of lifestyle modifications and medications is necessary. Adopt a kidney protective diet that emphasizes whole foods while limiting processed foods high in sodium. Include foods rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Moderate protein intake, focusing on high-quality sources, and maintain adequate but not excessive hydration. Incorporate regular physical activity appropriate for your fitness level and health status. Exercise provides multiple benefits for kidney health and works synergistically with other interventions to provide maximum protection. Develop effective stress management strategies, as chronic stress contributes to kidney damage through multiple pathways. Whether through meditation, social support, or other approaches, managing stress is a crucial component of kidney protection. Monitor your progress through regular testing of kidney function, proteinuria levels, and vitamin D status. Early detection allows for intervention before irreversible damage occurs, while ongoing monitoring ensures your protective strategies are working effectively. Your kidneys have been working tirelessly for decades without complaint. The presence of protein in your urine is their cry for help, a warning that damage is occurring and intervention is needed. With vitamin D as your foundation and comprehensive kidney care as your strategy, you can respond to that cry for help and give your kidneys the support they need to heal and continue serving you well. Don't wait until symptoms become obvious. By then, significant damage has already occurred. The foamy urine you've been ignoring could be the early warning that saves your kidney function. Start protecting your kidneys today with vitamin D optimization and comprehensive care, and they'll continue protecting you for years to come.